Mr. Mayor, I first of all would like to introduce two members of my family who came here with us. My sister Eunice, Shriver, and to introduce another of my sisters, Jean Smith. And I'd like to have you meet the American ambassador, McCluskey, who's with us, right over there. And I'd like to have you meet the head of the American labor movement, whose mother and father were born in Ireland, George Meany, who's traveling with us. And then I'd like to have you meet the only man with us who doesn't have a drop of Irish blood, but who's dying to. The head of the protocol in the United States, Angier Fiddle Duke. See, Angie, how nice it is to be Irish. I'm glad to be here. It took 115 years to make this trip. And 6,000 miles. And 3 generations. But I'm proud to be here, and I appreciate the warm welcome you've given to all of us. When my great-grandfather left here to become a cooper in East Boston, he carried nothing with him except 2 things: a strong religious faith and a strong desire for liberty. And I'm glad to say, that all of his great-grandchildren have valued that inheritance. If he hadn't left, I'd be working over at the Albatross Company. Or perhaps for John D. Kelly. In any case, we're happy to be back here. About 50 years ago, an Irishman from New Ross traveled down to Washington with his family, and in order to tell his neighbors how well he was doing, he had his picture taken in front of the White House and said, "This is our summer home. Come and see us." Well, it's our home also in the winter, and I hope you will come and see us. Thank you.
I will now ask President John Fitzgerald Kennedy to pronounce his address.
Chairman of the Council, Mr. Minister, my friends, I want to express my pleasure at being back from whence I came. There is an impression in Washington that there are no Kennedys left in Ireland, that they're all in Washington, and so I wonder if there are any Kennedys in this audience. Could you hold up your hand and so I can see? Oh, I'm glad to see a few cousins who didn't catch the boat. We're glad to Seems to me that in these dangerous days, when the struggle for freedom is worldwide against an armed doctrine, that Ireland and its experience has one special significance. And that is that the people's fight, which John Boyle O'Reilly said outlived 1,000 years, that it was possible for a people over hundreds of years of foreign domination and religious persecution, it was possible for that people to maintain their national identity and their strong faith. And therefore, those who may feel that in these difficult times, who may believe that freedom may be on the run, or that some nations may be permanently subjugated and eventually wiped out, would do well to remember Ireland. And I'm proud to come here for another reason, because it makes me even prouder of my own country. My country welcomed so many sons and daughters of so many countries, Irish and Scandinavian and Germans, Italian, and all the rest, and gave them a fair chance and a fair opportunity. The Speaker of the House of Representatives is Irish descent. Leader of the Senate is of Irish descent. And what is true of the Irish has been true of dozens of other people. In Ireland, I think you see something of what is so great about the United States. And I must say that in the United States, through millions of your sons and daughters and cousins, 25 million, in fact, you see something of what is great about Ireland. So I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to have connected on that beautiful golden box the coat of arms of Wexford, the coat of arms of the kingly and beautiful Kennedys, and also and the coat of arms of the United States. That's a very good combination. Thank you.